Cannon was back. Back at Cool Kids, it's your boy CJ So Cool, and I'm back again with another reaction, man. This time I'm bringing you guys 10 unusual people with the strangest addictions. Period. I don't know what these addictions may be, so just brace yourself because I have not watched the video. But we're about to jump right into it. Let's get it. And it's from the Richest. I used to react to the Richest channel a lot.
While alcoholism or similar addictions immediately come to mind when you hear the word, there are many other, much more unusual forms. While some people may joke with one another about being addicted to something, what if it were actually the case? In the case of these people, it is. Here are 10 strange addictions people actually have. Eating ashes.
Ashes?
26-year-old Cassie was widowed at a young age when her husband Sean died from a severe asthma attack. After her husband had passed away, she carried his ashes with her everywhere. She'd take the ashes with her shopping, to the movies, and even made meals for her late husband. Her troubling addiction didn't start until one day when she was transferring the ashes from a cardboard box into a memorial urn. She accidentally spilled some of the ashes and felt bad about sweeping them away, so she licked it instead.
What?
Since then, she's been addicted to eating her husband's ashes, which she says taste like rotten eggs and sand. Within 2 months, she had eaten about 1 pound of the ashes, leaving 5 pounds remaining. Cremated ashes contain a combination of chemicals from embalming that can cause psychosis when ingested. But Cassie says her biggest concern is eating all of the ashes and having nothing left of her husband.
Freaking idiot.
Bee stings. 53-year-old Margaret from Kentucky, USA, suffers from arthritis pains and has tried many things to ease it, including stinging herself with bees. Her first prick was 10 years ago, and what started out as occasional stings turned into an addiction.
What?
Using tweezers, she places the bees against her skin, on her hips, fingers, ankles, and even her face. Her husband, JD, has grown concerned as she is now reaching 15 to 20 stings a day.
What?
Since her addiction began, she has stung herself 50,000 times. Margaret tends a beehive in her backyard to support her addiction and even carries bees with her during the day.
What the fuck? I'm scared of bees, though. That's crazy.
New York-born Justin Jedlicka had his first cosmetic surgery at the age of 17 years old. From there, it became an addiction to improve his appearance. While he says he didn't start out wanting to take on the appearance of a Ken doll, it later became his goal. His addiction has cost him over $220,000 so far, and he has gone through 190 different cosmetic procedures and surgeries. He was turned down by several plastic surgeons for his latest surgery to remove the protruding veins in his forehead. The procedure could cause him to go blind, but he doesn't care.
He doesn't care?
Smelling and chewing dirty diapers. While most people can't stand the smell of a baby's dirty diaper, 22-year-old Keisha of Queens, New York can't get enough of it.
Really, Keisha?
Her addiction to smelling and chewing on dirty diapers started when she was 20 years old. She began to hoard diapers, hiding them around her home and in her purse when she was out. She says she loves the pee smell, and the heavier ones are her favorite because there's more pee. At the time of her addiction, Keisha did not have her own children, so she received the diapers from friends and strangers, sometimes even digging through trash cans.
Drinking blood? Okay, this
Julia
is getting
Caples
a bit
is a
nasty.
45-year-old mother of 2 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Julia has been addicted to drinking blood for over 30 years, consuming almost 2 liters a month. Fascinated by vampires from a young age, she had a vampire-themed wedding with now ex-husband Donald Lazarowitz. Prior to meeting Donald, Julia says she only drank blood on occasion, but after meeting him, she began to drink it more regularly. Julia has willing donors that she cuts with a pagan-like sterilized knife she designed. She says she knows there's no nutritional value to blood, but it makes her feel strong, beautiful, and healthy.
Really? You should give her shakes.
Bricks.
Okay, eating bricks.
Patrice Benjamin Ramgoulam from London was 18 years old when she began to chip away at her wall in order to eat the bricks. 10 years later, she was eating up to 6 tablespoons of brick a day. She says she loves the earthy taste of the brick and doesn't suffer any negative side effects to the addiction. The urge began to overtake her, however, when she started chipping at the walls when visiting family and friends. She was later diagnosed with pica, a disorder that causes non-food cravings. Snorting baby powder. For more than 16 years, Jay from Houston, Texas has struggled with an addiction to talcum powder. Her addiction began as a child when she accidentally spilled and inhaled baby powder. At first, simply smelling the powder was enough to satisfy her cravings, But over time, that wasn't enough. Now she snorts the powder up to 10 times daily.
Damn.
Since her addiction began, she estimates that she has snorted nearly half a ton of baby powder. In addition to aspiration pneumonia, her addiction also puts her at risk for other serious health issues.
She need to stop.
Drinking nail
Who
polish.
the fuck came up with this?
Bertha started drinking nail polish when she was 18 years old. When she gets stressed, she craves it even more and drinks up to 5 bottles of polish daily. Her doctor informed her that her addiction could cause damage to her internal organs since she is essentially drinking poison every day.
Poison, you hear me?
Attending funerals. 42-year-old Brazilian man Luis Squarici has not missed a funeral in his town for more than 20 years. He is addicted to attending funerals and even quit his job to support his habit. He listens to the radio to find out if a death has occurred, and if he doesn't hear anything, he calls the local hospital and funeral parlor. Squarici says the addiction was triggered by the death of his father in 1983. Well, that's our video, folks. Can you imagine living with any of these conditions?
I cannot.
Let us know what
imagine
you think
living
in the
with
comments.
You know what? You guys, could you imagine living with somebody like that? Have you ever heard of any of these things? Have you ever heard of someone eating nail polish, or should I say drinking nail polish, or chipping away at their own walls, eating their home, basically? Sniffing baby powder. I remember Royalty gave me some baby powder donuts, and that shit was nasty. I mean, like, it was just nasty, the thought that I had baby powder in my body, and she's just sniffing it away. Then we got, man, we got some nasty people in this thing. Eating dirty diapers, sniffing pee-pee diapers, going to the trash can to get a diaper to eat it. People, what is wrong with you? You're setting a bad example, all right? A very, very bad example for everybody out there. And I want to be the one to set the good example. Those of you out there watching this video, make sure you don't do any of these stunts. None. I call them stunts because it's just not normal. All right? This shit is just not freaking normal at all. But anyway, man, with that being said, we got to get up out of this thing. Peace. Back. We got the real cool kids over here. Peace.